Hey, Wardrobe here. I just wanted to talk about these two new things I got for my tables. One, I think I've probably unboxed before because I think I have one just like it here, that Munich house. So these are both from Battlefront. Um, Gale Force 9, I guess. I don't know. They kind of mix them up. Who does it? There's been unboxings of this stuff for years. Battlefront's been doing this stuff. I think it's amazing. I love their little cardboard stuff they do. I like this stuff. Now, it's all kind of the same and plain, but you can always touch it up if you want to. I've not even done that yet. So I'm going to open these. We'll look at them, and then we'll put them on the table because we got a game coming up, and I need to have it full table for McMurray for our last game of Jim Blow Gap. So let's take a look at them. I do want to show how they come packaged. Pretty good. Bubble wrapped, the two stories, and then the roof separately. Pretty good boxes. You could use these to store them, even keep the bubble wrap. I don't do that. I keep them in plastic containers. I think back on it, I'm like, these would be nice to have. But then I like having the plastic containers with them. So I think it's a nice option for storage, especially if you keep the bubble wrap, because it's pretty much all going to fit in there. So there's not going to be extra space, plus or minus. So anyway, that's a good thing. So let's take these out of the bubble wrap and take a look at them. Okay, so there it is. Let's just pick it up here and take a look at it with close. Now, this is the Munich house. They have the Dresden house, Arnhem house, probably Normandy. A little bit of texture to it. You could easily wash this. If you wanted to put a little bit of blue in the windows, you could do that. They have some kits where they actually have additions to the back, like little lean-tos for storage. You could make the roof a different color. You could put a little smoke damage up there. You could bullet holes in them. Color the doors a different color. That's actually not a bad idea. They're like a resin type material. They're made to fit two standard. Oh yeah, and it's wood. Oh man, that is not coming through. There you go. And the walls are just black. So you could certainly make some color in there if you wanted to put some sort of paper wallpaper or something. So fits two standard medium bases for Flames of War. So that's what it's designed for. So, you can use it pretty much any basing. I've used it for singles. Now singles, you're not going to get as many guys in there because the bases take up more space. So you can have people on different floors. You can, one thing I like about it is you can make them single story too. And I'll show you how I'm using them on a table where I need a ton of buildings. And it's not ideal, but it works. And there's this kind of roof. There's other roofs. You can see here they have other roofs on other buildings that kind of are that style, which I don't know. Gosh, I should know. My wife's in architecture. So that's the Munich. Whoops. So now let's open up this other one, which is a little different one for me. It is the train yard switching tower. So let's take a look at that. This one comes packaged a little differently with the styrofoam. Many of the buildings have come in the styrofoam. Now this styrofoam will last a little bit here. It's not the greatest foam. I mean, it's not made necessarily for long-term use, but you could use it. It looks like there's a little piece here to gap. See, it's already falls apart, but that's all right. I would never think that that's what this is for, but you should certainly, again, store it in the box like you could the other one. So, but let me take it out of this and take a look at it. Just as I was unpacking it. So the two little stops for the train tracks come in here separately. You can tell it's smaller, so this will fit one medium base as opposed to this one, which will fit two medium bases. So you could almost put this building in here. So they're medium base, which is usually just a fire team. The way I use them would probably be a squad. So, let me get these things off the wrapper and I'll come back to you. Okay, well here they are. Like I said, you can see it's a smaller building. I'll do another shot where I'm looking at them side by side from a lower angle. But so what you got here is, like I said, two-story building, just like the other one. You could use it just as like a little storage thing and just use the one roof. It's supposed to be like a metalled roof, which is kind of cool. Again, you could always feather. I do like the weathering on it. It looks cool, but you could put a little bit more weathering, again, bullet holes, maybe rusting on the roof if you wanted to. I think this works in both East and West Europe, just windows. So it's kind of a switching yard, switching tower, as they said. Again, same wood inside, plain walls. You could paint the windows with some little bit of glare or shine to them if you wanted to. It's interesting. It fits a little off actually there. Fits better that way a little bit. That's a little different fit. Some of them fit a little better than that. So that's right. And it's interesting. There are no windows down below, but I guess this would be mainly for storage. I could almost see putting a bigger door on it too. So, they're using different equipment. These are interesting little stoppers to put to stop a train at the end of a track. Good old school one with a little bit of coal or rock or something. Wood. I think these look really nice, actually. And this is the kind of thing that I think is cool to have on the two fat larges are great at having this kind of stuff on their table where it's not, it just makes the table look more lived in because, you know, that's what we have in life. So just stuff. So let me change the angle here and we'll look at both buildings. I think they're both good buildings to buy. This one, like I said, the tower seems a little off in some of the fitting. I'm not that picky on that stuff. It's not too bad. So let me zoom down the camera here and we'll take a look at them from the table angle, and then we'll see them on the table. Okay, so here we are looking at it from a different angle, a little bit more table view. But then I said we will put them on a table here. Pretty large stoppers there, but you know, you got to stop a train, not a truck. So there we go. There are the guys next to the building. I feel like their buildings, when you see them next to other buildings, they're a little smaller, but then they do fit the scale pretty well. So I think it works. You know, buildings are different sizes, so but compared to a building like these are huge. But again, they have to stop a train. So there they are. Now let's look at them on the table. Okay, so here's the Munich building. That's the taller one here. You can see I have one with kind of a brick texture here. Now, here's what I'm having to do because I have so many buildings needed for this scenario. I'm having to take the first, second floors and just put them down. It's okay. McMurray's cool with it, so I'm cool with it. And I would be cool with it if I was soloing it, of course. Would I love to have them all roofed and looking like real buildings? Sure, I would. But anyway, so there it is in context. I think it looks good. This is the most buildings I've ever had on a table. So I feel like they, you know, again, they're a little smaller compared to some buildings. But I feel like they fit in, and if you got a table full of them, they look all right. You know, a lot of buildings do look the same anyway, so it's okay. Like I would probably mix these up a little bit. I wish there were some red ones too, but I guess I could paint them red too, actually. So there's that. Let's go take a look at the train yard. And here's the switching station, switching tower here. Pretty excited about this view, especially when I zoom in. I think it looks pretty cool in there. I'm pretty excited about that. And that view looks pretty awesome. I'm very excited about that view on the table. So this is, like I said, this is a very dense table. Again, I've never had this many buildings on the table before, so it's kind of cool doing it. So there you go. I think they look great on the table. I don't know. Again, maybe some weathering, maybe some things to do. One thing I like to do, and you'll see it around other parts of the table, but like I just like to get little pieces of, you know, flock and put them. I kind of scatter it on the table, but if you just put it right next to the the building like that, I think it just adds something. On some tables, I put a little bit of sand in front of the door, you know, like a trail. I'm not going to do that on this one because I got too many buildings going on here, but anywho, that's that. So those are the switching station tower and the Munich from Battlefront, Battlefield in a Box. They've had some really cool buildings in the past that I kind of wish I would have got a long time ago, but I picked these up at Miniature Market. They have a few, and they don't stock them very often. And I think you can still get stuff from the Battlefront website. You just have to order it from, you know, New Zealand. So, all right, that's that. I hope you liked it, and let me know. Comment, thumb it, subscribe, hit the bell, you know, do all this stuff. See ya. Bye.